Good morning and happy Winning Wednesday, everyone. I have to say, it has been a very eventful few days in the Ryman household. Um, Let me just start off with saying I'm wearing white today, and there's a reason I don't wear white. Like, I love how white looks on me. I love the color white. I feel it's very just like cleansing, pure color, you can say. And there's a reason I don't wear white, and that's mostly because I end up getting it dirty. And I don't know, like maybe you moms can relate, but when you have kids, or just, like if you don't have kids, if you're just, clumsy and messy, like I am sometimes, your white things end up having like right now I have peach splatters on it. Even though peaches technically really aren't in season right now. Hey Rachel, uh, like it's just cut into the peach, and now I have pink stuff all over my white shirt. That being said, that's not the eventful thing. Right now, our we have a tankless water heater for the house. 2 nights ago, it decided that one of the coils was going to explode on the inside. So we've been without hot water for a couple days now. And I don't know about you, like, I know cold plunge and all that stuff is really popular right now, but I can't do it. Like, I can't take a cold shower. I need heat. I'm like a lizard. I need heat. And just thinking about taking a cold bath or shower is just, it doesn't sound gravy to me. Um, so right now we're in process of getting a couple of coils shipped to us, and those should be coming in hopefully this morning, and then we have a plumber that's going to come do that. So, in all my glory, with my messy white shirt with pink splatters and hair that's seen one too many dry shampoos, here I am. Anyways, that being said, it is October 1st, and gosh, it feels like this year has gone by so quickly. Um, Today, we're going to talk about belonging. So, if you saw my Monday email, we talked a little bit about um, the whole reason that we want to feel like we fit in with a tribe, with a community, with maybe like schoolmates, workmates. And that's actually a very primal thing. It's something that's rooted in our brainstem, in the very core of our being, in our subconscious. It's kind of like our hierarchy of needs. Like we need food, we need shelter, we need to belong, we need to feel love. So belonging is one of the very core beliefs, or I would say blockages, that a lot of people I come across when I'm doing this work. Belonging is like one of the main things that a lot of people want. Like they want to fit in, they want to belong, they want to um, feel understood. But the thing is, like, again, it's nothing wrong with fitting in. Like, it's a primal need. Um, but I just wanted to kind of challenge that. We can't necessarily change it. Like, all of the primal, very basic things in our subconscious mind, like, they're there for a reason, they're there for survival. The survival instincts are not to be changed. However, you can kind of toy with the reasoning behind things. Um, when we start to get into the brain mechanics, the way that the brain does an equation, like uh, I equate this to like a computer program. We have it in our brains from a very young age that, A plus B equals C. And sometimes that's not beneficial to us. A plus B equals C is not always for our highest and greatest good. It's not always going to get us success and weight loss and money and, like all the things that we consciously feel like we want and need. But the challenge, I like to challenge people's brains. Like, does this equation actually serve you? So when we start to break the equation down, we start to ask some questions, bring some awareness to it. Then we can start to not necessarily break the at least the primal stuff. We can break a lot of things that may be like a complex equivalent, like things that equal things that should not equal things. You can break those if they come from someone else, like a caregiver, like they instilled this belief in you. You started to believe something about yourself from that point on. But we can also change the relationship of the program that we have from our primal instincts too. It doesn't have to be breaking the equation. It's more so you're becoming like friends with it. Like you're starting to play with it. Make it something that benefits you rather than holds you back or keeps you small. So, what I like to challenge people with fitting in, what if you were never meant to? Like, already I can feel some people like going, oh, what do you mean? Like, I mean, that's never meant to fit in. Like, that doesn't sound very nice. Like, I want friends, like, I want lovers and, whatnot. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't have that. Like, what if your edges are exactly what make your light refract? What if, and knowing that we're these magnificent beings, like we have this spark inside of us, each one of us is unique. We even have each one of us has our own set of fingerprints, right? Like we're different from each other. Nobody is exactly the same. And some of us come from the stars. Some of us simply forgot who we were for a while. But either way, it's, like it's not saying that you're defective. You're just different. Like you're not a carbon copy of some other person out there. Every difference is a feature. Like so many people out there that are coaches, like they have their own things that are unique about in the way that they coach people or bring offers to people or um, things that they're unique gifts. Like they're not flaws. There's a reason that you do things in the way that you do and how you can benefit somebody else in that way. Even if you're not a coach, even if you're not like a facilitator or whatever, like the reason you're you is so other people can relate to you. Yes, there's certain things that they can relate to you with, but it's also because you get your own unique view of things. And I get it. Like the longing to belong to something is real. Like it's not a weakness. Again, it's wiring. Like your nervous system carries an ancient contract that says being with the tribe keeps me safe. Like you stray from the tribe and there's a whole bunch of lions out there, yeah, you're probably going to be the one that gets eaten. So there's a reason for that. Like you can't just uninstall that need. But we can give ourselves grace for all the little ways we tried to earn belonging with that specific wiring. And this can look like people pleasing, like overperforming, like we're dimming our truth to avoid rocking the boat. And if that's you, and it's me too, just put your hand on your heart for a moment and take a few deep breaths in, just breathing down into your belly and start to feel your heart beat. Your lungs filling. You can even follow the breath down your nose, into your throat, and into your chest. And then following that breath out. Just come into your body for a second. and try this small kindness. I'm so sorry for the years that I asked you to be smaller. And thank you for keeping me safe the best that you could, the best that you knew how. And I'm listening now. So, if any of y'all know Carolyn Miss, Jackie, you're one of the ones that introduced me to her. She has such amazing teachings on um, coming back to your highest self, the way the brain works. So she has a lot of stuff on YouTube if you ever want to check out some of her teachings. But she's way ahead of like where I even am on connecting yourself back to source. And, she's done a lot of research on the way that the brain works. But she has a thing that she says is that the greatest journey of human life is when you go from looking outside of ourselves to looking within. So, most of us, we've learned to scan for approval or scan for danger, right? Like, you're constantly looking out there, like, do they like me? Am I doing it right? And basically it's all this like outside in living. Like we look to people that are way ahead of us in business and we look up to them. Like we put people on a pedestal. We see doctors as the people that know all. Like we see Tony Robbins, and he's so inspirational. So we look outside of us. We think, I could never be like that. That could never be me. I couldn't do things like that. But when you start going outside in to inside out living, it sounds more like, does this feel true in my body? Does this choice honor my soul? And you start shifting from living with like in ego states to soul states. So one of the best things to do is just to come back into your body, to recenter yourself. So if you take this, short breathing exercise, it's called 4-7-8 breathing. So you're going to inhale for 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then exhale for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you do that 5, 6 times until you feel like you're less out here going crazy with anxiety and you're more back in here. And you can tell your body, like, it's safe to be me. I know it feels scary right now, but it's safe to be me. And I'm different. There's a reason for me being different. I'm needed here to be different. And just notice one thing, like notice one place where you feel steady in your body. Like maybe it's where you're sitting on your chair, maybe it's where you're standing on your feet, maybe your palms, like you feel very steady, like anchor there. Like even filling into your palm. That's how sturdy it is. And made me question, like, if I didn't need everybody's approval today, what could I choose next? What would I choose next? What is possible? And trust the first whisper that comes up. That's typically the first thing that comes up. And this is just like a life hack. The first thing that usually comes up when you ask yourself a question, even if it's like kind of a hard answer that you don't necessarily want to hear, that's your intuition speaking. The thing with your intuition is it is always acting in your highest and greatest good. Sometimes the answers are, that's like a gut punch. Fuck. Like, and that first answer comes in, and then our ego tries to come in and analyze it and talk us out of it and try to, start to question, it's like, oh, well, the reason I do this is because this, or the reason that that happened is because this other person, and it starts to reason with you. The biggest thing that you can do if you don't trust yourself, if you have self-doubt, is to come into your body and actually listen and acknowledge that first answer that comes in. Because the thing is with our bodies, and I'm kind of going off on a tangent here. This is kind of way out of the um, part where we were talking about belonging, but um, hey, Kara, hey, Sherry, nice to see you guys. Um, like that first answer, even if it's the hardest answer, once you start to acknowledge that, maybe you write it down, maybe you listen to it, maybe you take action based off of that. The more you do that, the louder your intuition actually starts to become. That's your inner compass. It's not that committee in your head that's trying to talk you out of it. But the more that you listen to that, the more you're going to be guided into the direction that is for your highest and greatest good, even if it's hard. So, gentle reframe for you people pleasers out there. People pleasing is not bad. It's actually a brilliant survival strategy that, maybe it's outlived its job description. And belonging doesn't require shrinking. Like true belonging happens when your full signal is welcome, when you're broadcasting that out there and you start to attract the people that truly see you, the people that truly mesh with you, like they vibe with you, right? Think about this. Would you want to continue? And I already know some of y'all's answers for this, but would you want to continue living in an environment where you feel like, and we talked about this earlier with Shady, where you feel like you have to constantly wear a mask, where you can't be your truest, most authentic self? You have to constantly dim your light. It's not necessarily, you don't feel safe in sharing your opinions. Or do you want to be around and attract those specific people that actually get you? And again, like this, we want to belong, but the problem with belonging is that we want to belong so freaking bad that we mesh and meld ourselves. We make ourselves into chameleons to fit into our current environments that don't serve us. So if you've ever heard like some of the billionaires and millionaires, they talk about like get into a room with the right people and you'll automatically be successful. Your vibration will automatically raise. Or if you've ever heard that gosh, I don't know if I can get this exactly right, but it's something about the 5 people that you surround yourself with most is it's your current level, like it's your current ceiling. If you're the most high vibration, most successful person in the room, change your environment. So when we mask, when we dim our light, when we try to belong with people that don't get you, that you have to literally lower yourself for in order to fit in with them, that's shrinking. So true belonging, again, I'll say it again, that happens when your full signal is welcome. It's when you find your tribe of people. That's when you find the people that are magnetically attracted to you, where you can feel like you can be your truest self. And you don't have to rewire or fire or break, like your absolute primal need for connection. Like you just need to promote your self-trust to be the thing that automatically comes out first. So I want you to ask yourself, like something you can explore this week, the rest of the week, is where am I seeking permission? I already have. Like, I come from such a long line, or, validation. Like, I needed external validation. I didn't trust that I did a good job until somebody told me I did a good job. Does that sound familiar to anybody else? And also ask yourself, like, what spaces, what areas, what situations in life leave me dull and careful? And which ones make me brighter and braver? And you can also ask yourself, what am I afraid will happen if I stop managing everyone's comfort? That one kind of hits hard, right? So, again, like the people pleasers, the healthcare workers, like all of those, you know, putting people above you, all the ones that do that, you're typically what happens in this situation, and again, me too, is you're more concerned with making someone else comfortable than you being comfortable. Like, how's that going to affect them? What are they going to think about me? Like, this is a typical situation, especially in marriages. Like, where am I making myself unhappy to make sure they're happy? Right? So, if emotion is rising when you ask these kind of questions, it's a freaking good thing, because that's actually the truth starting to rise up and come out, and it's starting to thaw. And, like it doesn't feel great to feel the bad feelings. Well, I shouldn't say bad. All feelings are feelings. Good, bad, ugly, scary, lightning. Like they're all feelings, right? They're all welcome. And one of the biggest things that we kind of got away from as a, human society is that we pushed them down so much that we now numbed ourselves out. We can't feel even the good feelings anymore because we pushed down the bad feelings so much that our system thought, oh, I should push down everything, right? So feel the damn feelings. Breathe through it. You don't have to fix it in your head right away. Just let your body help you. And consider this, like, not fitting in, like, that's information. It's not accusation. It's a compass. So rooms, again, putting yourself in rooms that require silence or need you to, sit down, shut up, put your head down, get to work, right? Those are the wrong rooms. But the ones that ask you to rise, they give you the mic. They let you see the possibilities. Like, those are the ones your future self already lives in. And the reason that you get these dreams, these goals, these, visions of what life could be is because your higher self is already there living it, and it's dropping you breadcrumbs. He or she's dropping you breadcrumbs saying, hey, it's really good over here. Like, follow me. So, again, put your hand on your chest, take a breath in, and say with me, I am allowed to belong to myself first. I can honor my need for connection without abandoning my truth. My difference is my direction. My body knows when it's a yes. and I remember who I am. So before we close, like I gave you some questions. I can put them in the chat too, but I gave you some questions to start to think about this week. But I want you to try one micro alignment for today. And I could also put these in the chat as well. Say one, just one clean no. No explaining, no trying to justify it, no saying why you cannot do something, just saying no and being okay with it, because that is a complete sentence. Or say one honest sentence. Maybe it's one honest thing that you can say to yourself that maybe you've been denying, or saying to somebody else, some feeling that you've been kind of stuffing down that you don't necessarily want to come out, so that, you can keep the peace. Or wear something that feels like you. Like, you can dress up, you can be a little wacky, you can do your makeup. Like, do something that just feels like you. Like, no judgment of anybody else. Maybe doing like a photo shoot. That sounds really fun. To do on a Wednesday, right? Or maybe just sitting for 5 minutes in silence without going through your to-do list, without, music playing in the background, without, like, if you got kids, like, honestly, lock yourself in a room and tell them, like, I'm going to be gone for just 5 minutes. Just leave me to do this. And not fixing anything, not fixing anyone. Just 5 minutes alone. You don't have to have like some guided meditation like going on, or thinking about what you should be doing. So I can post these in the chat as well. But just a visual to carry with you like for the rest of this week going forward. Just imagine that you have this spark, this bright light, like a lighthouse in your chest, like a steady, warm, unmistakably yours. I can't say my words today. Well, that's okay. It makes me different, right? So your lighthouse, it does not negotiate with fog. It just shines. And your job is not to chase boats. Like, your job is to broadcast out there the right people, the right projects, the right partners. They can only find you when your light is on. So just taking one last breath. Receive your own signal. And exhale. Release the mask. Release the costume. Release the chameleon having to be all things for all people. You were never meant to fit in. That's that. You were meant to embrace. You were meant to remember. Because again, some of us came from the stars. All of us came from love. And today, if you've been with me, you chose to look in. And that's the bravest belonging there is. So if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open your eyes. But, again, like, the world doesn't need another carbon copy of somebody else. Like, it needs your exact frequency. It needs you. So, I should have teased this at the beginning, but I've been working on something that's really, really awesome in the background. And I have an event that's coming up next week. And if you're not signed up for that event, go sign up now, because even if you can't make the event, I will be sending out recordings for it. It's called the Breath Codes, and it's a 3-day event. We're going to be really hammering down some of the things with our wiring, with our subconscious mind, with the different voices that are coming up, like our little crew that likes to dictate everything in our lives and tell us where we're wrong. So we're really going to break down things really clear cut ways. And I'm going to be giving you tools on how to kind of reframe and change your thinking on this to really question and acknowledge, but also question, does this formula that has been running, this program that has been running in my brain for however many years that you've been on this earth, is it really beneficial to me? And how can I change this to how it like to where it can be beneficial? So, yeah, 3-day event coming up on Monday, next Monday. We're kicking it off at noon Central Time. I like to fit so many things into every single day. It's a 3-day event, but I'm projecting that these days can go for 1 to 2 hours. Like we'll see. We'll see what happens. But regardless, it's going to be recorded. And then on Thursday, we're going to really seal it all in and start to rewire some things with a full breathwork session. So Thursday night, that'll be 6 p.m. Central Time. My dates, October 6th through 8th is the 3-day event. The 9th is the Healing Day event. I changed the dates because I needed a little rest between my master certification. So I have, and yeah, really exciting things that I've been working on in the background that I can't wait to share with y'all as well. So I hope to see you there. If you're not signed up for it, sign up now, again, so you can get the recordings, and I will also drop those in the chat. But I appreciate you guys. I love you. Thank you for being in my community, and I really hope to see you next week. Bye now.